Last week, Real Money Pro contributor Chris Versace and I discussed how to take advantage of people being more connected via semiconductor stocks. Part of that call was related to the fact that people were being connected through their homes and their cars. Chris, I want to talk about the connected car. Who are going to be the winners and losers from that concept, despite not including the semiconductor stocks?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of early days in that. We're seeing AT&T work with GM to bring this high-speed broadband connection known as LTE into the car. We're seeing companies like Apple really start to work with car developers as well. Remember, we're getting iOS 7 coming out tomorrow, I believe, and that means that before too long, we'll be seeing iOS in the car. In fact, one of the little hidden announcements from Apple last week was the number of cars that we'll see it in and some of the things that we'll be able to do. I mean, imagine being able to use your Apple Maps to override the nav system in the car, to be able to use Siri to voice navigate, answer phone calls, check your voice messages all while you're driving. So
do you think this could be a bigger product for them than the iPhone and the iPad over time?
I'm not sure because in order to connect with it, you're going to need an iDevice, meaning you're going to need an iPhone or a iPad. I just think it's another opportunity where we're seeing the intersection of broadband and connectivity and computing and all these other services come into play. And if you think about what's happening, particularly here in the US, smartphone sales have been very strong. We're going to see them on a global basis eclipse mobile phone sales this year. It means the carriers in more developed markets need to look for new markets. In other words, the connected car, the connected home.
Okay, and what does this mean for Garmin? This has to be a bad thing for them.
Oh, I got to be honest with you. I think it's horrible for Garmin. They have that legacy business that really deals with the in-nav or in-car nav systems for the GPS, and they're a pretty penny, to be honest with you. But you've got apps, not only Apple but Google Maps, and Google just bought Waze. You also got Here from Nokia. But I'll be honest with you, I just used Google Maps / Waze to drive all the way up to New Jersey and back. Didn't use my in-car nav system. It was fantastic. Real-time traffic alerts, rerouting, everything. So I do think that as more players move into the connected car, it's a negative for Garmin.
Okay, well, it's a negative for Garmin, could be a positive for Apple and some of those other stocks that we talked about. Thank you for your time today, Chris.
Sure thing.
I'm Lindsay Bell with The Street.